Wake up, and now around the web and around the world, and the Gulf Coast, too.
6:10 this morning, around the web, around the world. And Melissa, we've got something really cool for around the web this morning. I wanted to keep it local this morning for some kids at St. Luke's.
Okay, all right.
Check out this project. Now, can't tell what they're doing right at this particular moment, but dozens of volunteers came out to St. Luke's yesterday to participate in a very unique Eagle Scout project. What they're doing is they're taking pieces of prosthetic hands that have been printed with a 3D printer and assembling them. Now, this was a project by a guy who was going for his Eagle Scout designation, Zach McCleary, and he got a bunch of his friends together, their parents together, and they spent Saturday morning and afternoon working on this project. They're made with 3D printers, and so they put them together yesterday.
That's pretty cool. Where was the 3D printer from? Because they're pretty expensive, I would imagine.
They are expensive piece of hardware. Oddly enough, this 3D printer came from the Mobile County Public Library. They apparently just got one. So they printed a couple of hands for this young man, and also a group of them were donated as well. And let's have Zach talk a little bit about this project as well.
First of all, I just love helping people, and just like the mechanics behind it. I'm a sort of like an engineer by heart. I want to, and I love helping people, so it just fits both parts of my personality.
Now, the design of these hands come from a group called eNable. It's a nonprofit organization. The design is open source, so they send that out to 3D printers around the country. He says also a batch of hands and parts were donated from a group in Utah as well. And these will go to kids who need them. They're not perfect by any means, Melissa. They are kind of a bare bones prosthetic, but they get the job done essentially.
That's really cool. At first I thought they were building robots, but that's so much cooler that they could actually even help kids with that. And really, a 3D printer is a great learning tool. There's so many things that you can do on them, and that's actually a very productive, really neat thing to do.
And it's neat how these devices work. They are basically strapped on the remains or whatever situation the young person's hand is in, and the way they flex their arm will allow them to flex the fingers. Like I said, they're not perfect, they're not expensive, they're not these multi-thousand-dollar prosthetics, so once they get worn out and used, they have to get another one. But it's better than nothing, and it's a good step up from what they have at present time.
Might make a very good Christmas gift for some kid in need.
That's a very cool